Hey guys, Wade Willis here, giving you my breakdown and thoughts in the Mandalorian season finale. And guys, it was an amazing episode, perfect end of the season, and I think this might be the most universally liked thing in Star Wars in probably decades. This episode and just season overall is exactly why Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau need to be in control of Star Wars from now on. I thought that Bo-Katan was going to play a major role in this episode. I was definitely right on that. I loved how they showed kind of the dynamic between Mandalorians and Mando, who usually seems like kind of a zealot, which he is, kind of a religious zealot for the Mandalorians. He was kind of trying to uh, fix things in between, like Boba Fett, who's not considered a Mandalorian, and like Bo Katan and the other girl with her. One big key that was very relevant in this season as a whole was kind of how contradictory a lot of the Mandalorian ideals are. They've done this throughout the season, but they really started to dial it up last episode in particular, with like Bill Burr kind of pointing out, like, hey, you said you couldn't take off your helmet, but now you took off your helmet to put on, and you put on a stormtrooper helmet. Is it showing your face or is it the helmet? He's kind of pulling at the flaws in some of the logic of the Mandalorians. We got into this a little bit further with the dark saber at the end of the episode. There was another key that was brought up multiple times in this episode, and it is clones. And I think this is going to be very important for the future. They brought up how Boba Fett was a clone of Jango Fett. Okay, that is true. Kind of weird to just bring that up and kind of like rude. But clones were also brought up. I can't remember if it was from the scientist or Moff Gideon, but that they were using Grogu's blood for clones. And I think this is going to be very important for the future of this kind of time period that we're going to have, I believe, 4 shows going on at one time in this time period. And the reason why I think this is going to be important is if any of you guys have read in the original Thrawn trilogy, Thrawn gained access to be able to clone people at a super fast pace and large volumes of clones. And this was a huge factor that almost helped him defeat the New Republic. We've already heard Thrawn's name mentioned, and we've heard clones. They're bringing up clones multiple times. Like, Dave Filoni's super smart. There's a reason that clones are being mentioned. Now, do I think that Thrawn is creating clones to overtake the New Republic? No. I think his whole thought process is he's doing this to be able to fight the Grisk, which is, for those of you not reading books, they are a huge force that is kind of towards the outside of the galaxy, and it looks like they're going to invade, and they're not good people. So I think that's why Thrawn is possibly creating this new clone army. But I love to know what you guys think about that. But logically, they've been mentioning clones way too much for them not to do that. Obviously, I got to bring up Luke Skywalker coming into the episode. I'm assuming everyone got the same chills that I got through the process. I originally predicted that it was going to be Cal Kestis. I thought there was going to be no way that they would bring Luke Skywalker into The Mandalorian, just because he's such a major character, and I just thought it was going to be someone else. I knew it wasn't going to be Ahsoka that came in to kind of save the day. I thought it was going to be like Cal Kestis, and they were going to bring someone from kind of the outskirts of the canon, the new canon. But they freaking brought in Luke Skywalker. Genius move. Originally when the X-Wings came in, I was like, okay, Luke always kind of traveled in an X-Wing. So that was a bit of a dead giveaway for me. But as he's fighting, just how powerful he was, I was like, okay, this can't be Cal Kestis, because if you guys have played those video games, like, his skills are not that insane to be able to take out those dark troopers like that. And also, green lightsaber again. Luke has a green lightsaber, and then I saw the one glove. No, it's not an ode to Michael Jackson. Like in a lot of things, Luke has the one glove. I think it's covering his robot hand, even though it looks like a regular hand, anyways, if I remember correctly. And then, yeah, especially when he just crushed that Dark Trooper, I was like, okay, this has got to be Luke Skywalker. And I was so pumped. And honestly, I was shocked that he did take Grogu with him. This leaves a lot of things open. I don't think that we're going to see a bunch of Luke Skywalker in the future. And I do think that Grogu's way too important and too much of a like marketing tool that they're going to just be like, okay, he's going to be getting trained, and the rest of this whole time period that they're developing, they're going to have Grogu involved in a lot of ways. I'm assuming they're going to have him involved in some way during at least maybe one episode of the Ahsoka show, and then he's going to have to be sprinkled in because he is a moneymaker. And the way they're crafting everything, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are way too smart to just like take him out of the universe for longer than like 8 months. So we're going to be seeing him involved in things. I think they're going to sprinkle him in here and there. I'm excited to see what they do with that, because I was a bit shocked that Luke did take him. It makes sense. But yeah, I just thought, okay, they're doing Mandalorian Season 3 in next year. They're going to have Grogu with Mando the whole time. But I guess I was possibly wrong. Maybe there's going to be a bit of a time jump. The Boba Fett show at the end, the reveal, awesome reveal. I think that it was cool that they kind of saved that and did not tell us about that in the big reveal to investors last week, the Disney investors. I had heard a bunch of rumors about like Boba Fett filming and all this stuff, and I'm like, how in the hell are they like, what is he filming for? Like, I assumed there was going to be a show. Now we know that there is going to be a show, and it's going to come out next year in December. So I'm incredibly excited for that. But I'd love to know what you guys thought about the episode. What were your favorite parts, and what are you guys excited for coming up in this Filoni and Favreau universe that looks like they're crafting in an amazing way? And guys, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. And if you like the video, leave a like. But yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' opinions.